Hello and welcome to Art Conspiracy. I'm Amy. And when you see this, it is New Year's Eve, 2024. And I am thinking about the year that has passed and a little fear and trepidation for the year that's coming. If you are grumpy, as many of us are, with good reason, we've got to come up with some strategies to get through what is going to be a difficult year ahead. Several, I expect. So I think art is one of the ways that we're going to get through this, and we're going to get through it together. And so I wanted to share a couple things with you that I want you to sort of recommit, and this is your pep talk for the coming year for 2025. And I also want to say right at the start that, and I definitely get grumpy. I get grumpy. I don't feel like working all the time. Like you may get that impression if you know me. But I don't, sometimes I don't feel like working, and it's okay to take a day off. But generally, the measure of my success and our success is that we keep showing up. You have to just keep showing up, and good things will happen with your art. So that's the most important thing. So just know that you're not alone. If you're feeling grumpy, you might need therapy, but you might just need to do something productive and creative, which really, really helps. So anyway, so I have a couple things I want you to keep in mind. The first thing to make on your sort of to-do list for 25 is to schedule your art. Schedule your art time. Be realistic. Think, okay, how many hours a week can I give to this? But then schedule it, damn it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every day for an hour, or whatever you think you can do, but schedule it. And don't schedule your dental appointment. Don't make lunch have a date with your friends for lunch. Don't do the dishes. Show up for your art date with yourself and just like be adamant, okay? And then when you get there, I have some advice about that too. Okay, anyway, show up for yourself. And also, if you can create a space, I have a big space, but this is what I do. Maybe you're a hobbyist and you don't have a space. Maybe you have a little cart that you pull out when it's time to do art. Whatever it is, we sort of create a psychological space. But I think most of us have houses or apartments. We have a little bit of space, move the damn dresser and put a little art table up. Like, get your priorities straight. Art is important. Most people that I know that are working at it, it's important to them. And so don't don't make it extra or like a little luxury thing. Like make it easy to get to your art supplies. That's part of it too, is even if you don't have a dedicated room, have dedicated supplies that are not a pain in the butt to get out. Okay. So that's the second thing. Okay. So let's say you show up at your art time and you don't feel like working. You're grumpy. You don't feel like that's fine. You have to stay in the art space anyway. Okay. Sometimes I sew badly. I embroider and I like patch things and but I don't sew very well, but I enjoy it. And sometimes I'll come in my studio and I'll sew, but I'm in the presence of my art supplies. And that counts. That counts. Just show up. And other things you can do is organize your art supplies, including sharpening your pencil. Look at this guy. Isn't he cute? Sharpen your pencils, look through your markers. Another thing is go buy yourself some new art supplies. That gets you going too. And go into the art supply store gets you going. Look at these. I love these. These are my new things. My friend Jen gave me their opaque acrylic Sharpies, creative markers, and they're different from the transparent markers that I use. Anyway, these are kind of cool. Go buy yourself something. Treat yourself. Get some paper. Don't get the really expensive paper that you're afraid to use. Get paper that you'll use, okay? That's another bit of advice. When you're in your art space, you can watch an art-related video. That inspires me. Watching a video about art history, about an artist, about a technique, or if you're interested in monoprinting or watercolor, and there's a million YouTube videos. The only thing is, though, a lot of them are bad. So be picky. If you're watching and it's like, oh, this isn't working for me. Oh, another thing I like to do too is I'll watch an art video and sometimes it's just the sound that's bad. Like the person's voice isn't very good or the The music is cheesy or something. So I'll just turn off the sound and I put even music on or something or nothing. And I just watch them doing the technique, while I'm sewing or whatever I'm doing. But I'm engaging in art. So you can watch videos, reading. You should read anyway. Just read anything. But if you want to read an artist biography or again, art history or something art related. So your art time, you don't have to be like producing things. You can just be putting energy into, feeding the art, the creativity, your interest, your practice. Okay, make yourself a sign. This is kind of important for 2025. Something like this for you to put in your studio or your art space. If you don't know what this means, you can ask me in the comments. I'm not going to say it, but you need to tell the inner critic to shut up. Because boy, that gets in the way. Just get in there and make bad art. Don't finish anything. Don't frame anything. Just get your hand in, like I tell my students all the time, like art for me, it doesn't come from here. It comes from here. It's physical. So sometimes I'll just, have an idea. I usually need some sort of a toe line, a lead, but it's through the doing that the things start to happen. It's not like, oh, what do I want to do? And what do I want it to look like? And then no, I need to do it and I need to do it wrong. And then I'm like, oh, I need to override with this or that and throw something in. Worst case, not even worst case, but make it a collage, rip it up and reassemble it. All these are pearls of wisdom. Okay, look through your old drawings. When I'm feeling grumpy or stuck, I sometimes look through my old drawings. Oh my God, I have a million. Look at this. I mean, this is just one stack of many. Like I'm always drawing. And sometimes they're not great drawings, but they're good ideas. And I consider everything I do like a little teacher. I learn something. I learn about something I was interested in, or how to draw a certain thing, or what I don't know how to do, or what I want to, pursue. But they're all my little teachers. So look through your old drawings. So that's a good one. Okay, the last thing I want to tell you, and this is a big one, is try to find a community of some sort. If you can, I think people live and in person are the best. I'm in a sketching group and we go out once a week. I know it might take a little effort, but maybe you can find like-minded people that want to draw. There's also people online that draw. There's portrait groups and there's, with a little investigation, you might be able to find, a group that's doing something even on Zoom. So I think that's really important to just find some other artists or take a class and you'll meet people that you might be able to connect with. Take a class at a local college or a lifelong learning extension program and take a class with me, whatever you want to do. That's really important. So I'm going to actually start something and you are the first to hear about it. If you're watching this video, it's going to be called Art Dive. Two meanings, dive meaning like a dive, like a, sleazy dive. But the other one is like a deep dive. And I want it to be sort of an art club, an art support group where it's going to be on Zoom, but people come together and I'm still working out the details, but I think it would be really great to get to know some people and talk about art, and we'll have different topics and different people will maybe present their work. And anyway, if you're interested, send me a message and I'll put you on the list when I finalize the details of this. We are coming into some difficult times and, for a while I was feeling pretty down and I was trying to listen for voices of people that I looked up to and that had, things to say that would make me feel a little better and more hopeful. And I realized that I can be that for people. As a teacher, I think my students want to hear my voice too and tell you that, hey, it's going to be okay. And it is going to be okay, but we have to show up for each other and we have to be part of the solution and, stand up for what we think is right and be part of the positive sort of energy that's going on, and art is really up there for me in terms of a positive thing for people to do and to share and to enjoy and to uplift. So that's my little speech. So I hope that you'll be with me in the coming year. It's a pleasure to make these for you and to be your teacher and your friend. So happy New Year, and keep in touch. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm gonna put my sparkly hat on. I'm gonna go get my pots and pans. Put my Oh, and don't forget to have some fun. Keep your sense of humor. Okay. Happy New Year.